Hi! I'm very nervous making this video. It's very nerve-wracking for me because I have to come clean about something and I'm scared. I've never told anyone this before. You're literally the first person to hear, ever. I've never said these words aloud, and I feel like I have to get this weight off my chest in order to keep on living my life. Please listen as I say this. I am a high school workaholic, and I'm addicted to learning. Now, I tried to make the intro dramatic. I'm not really sure if it worked or to what extent it worked out. Take a gallon of water or a big jug and get your daily water dosage in while you listen to my story, because I promise you, I've never heard anything like it. I've never met people who are as addicted to learning as I am. Here it is. Hi, my name is Vera. I am 16 years old and I am a junior in high school. In my quote-unquote free time, I exercise, I make videos on YouTube, and I spend time with family, I read, and most importantly, I do music. I want to be a singer, songwriter, performer, and musician, and I feel like music is just my life's passion. I want to do everything and I want to be everyone, but mainly I want to do music. My channel is kind of centered around this goal that I have to hold the biggest concert in the history of concerts on June 25th, 2029. It's about my journey getting there, which is very interesting and intriguing because I'm excited to find out too. So as you can tell, I'm pretty ambitious. I've got lots of ambition and determination, I hope. But I want to make one thing clear. After high school, I do not plan on going to college, which actually makes the situation even worse. So here's some background information. I'm actually originally from St. Petersburg, Russia. I moved to the United States of America, Southern California, when I was 9 years old. And that was 7 years ago. The anniversary of our move as a family is actually November 19th. I moved in 2013. When I first came, I noticed that I was ahead of everyone in math. I was in this ELD class for English learners, and so it was people from grades 4, 5, and 6, and I was in 4th. And I remember I was sitting in 4th grade and then I was looking at what 5th graders were doing and they were just learning about fractions. And I was like, well, tough, because I started learning about fractions in 3rd grade. Flicks. But the true problem of my literal addiction to learning didn't start until high school. In 6th grade, I actually went to skip a grade and go straight to 8th just so I could level up on math. Now, middle school was fine. In 7th grade, I took 7 classes instead of 6. 1 extra, it's okay. 8th grade, I think it went back down to 6. So just your typical average, yeah. And then came freshman year of high school. I started off with 6. I liked it a lot. It was still kind of challenging to balance school and exercise and YouTube, which I was very avid creator of videos. I would post 3 times a week, but it was alright. The balance, it was sort of there. But then I switched schools. It was still in the same city, but it was just a different high school, but in the same district, right? And there was an opportunity for me to take 8 classes because the school that I currently go to, the one that I transferred to, it has block schedule. And my previous school did not. The reason why I decided to take 8 classes was just because I had gaps in my schedule and I did not want to have a weird open period. It was only 1 semester that I had to have such a vigorous school schedule. But up to that point, it was the most stressful time in my life. I have never experienced higher levels of stress. First of all, I was still adjusting to school because even though it's the same district, the curriculum, it's different, especially for math. In my previous school of math, we didn't even touch on all the things that I was supposed to have mastery of in this school. That was confusing, ended up with a B. I was mad about it. And honestly, taking 8 classes would have been fine if I didn't want to do YouTube, music, and exercise. I say exercise because I don't like saying working out. It's I'm working out. No, I'm exercising. By nature, I am very much a perfectionist. And so I would spend about 7 to 8 hours editing a video. And I posted 3 times a week. So let's do the math. Sometimes on shorter videos, it was maybe 4 hours, but it was still a ton of time. With exercise, I went to the gym every day for an hour, but going there and back, that's an additional hour, and plus you have to get ready, so 2.5 hours. With music, practiced 1 hour for singing, 1 hour for piano. And the thing is, that was not enough for me, which is why I think my balance got so skewed. I don't know how to explain it, But when, for example, I don't sing, my throat feels weird. When I don't play the piano, I'm like edgy, and like I feel like my whole skin is just like itchy. Every nerve in my body's dully aching. Like it's a very strange sensation, but I don't like it. If I don't practice, I'm not in the best mood, and I like being a content person, and I like being at balance with myself. With all the things I had to do, obviously the first thing I excluded from my schedule was sleep. I would sleep 4 hours a day freshman year if I was lucky. Most of the time I was 2 to 3, and I would go weeks sleeping that way. Except the weekend, because the weekend I would just... And I remember sitting in my tech theater class every other day, because block schedule, and my eyes would always start tearing up because we didn't do much in that class, and I just felt like my time was being wasted. And I remember thinking like, I can't do this anymore. And then freshman year came to a halt, and my 8 classes were done. I don't know why I keep doing this motion. I'm gonna have to reverse it the 2 times that I did it because I'm kind of superstitious. So if I thought freshman year was hard, came sophomore year, which is last year actually. 8 classes, how about 10? I don't know where you're watching this from, but in the American school system, I guess like the standard is 6. 10, that's almost double. It was 7 classes from school, and it was 3 online college classes. And if you want to learn more about my college career while I'm still in high school, because I completed my first year of college technically, and I'm a junior in high school, watch the video that's gonna pop up over here. There's gonna be a card for it. It's actually pretty interesting. I was taking 9 at a time, but in total I had 10. I remember going through my Snapchat memories recently, and I had a mental breakdown every other day. It was not healthy taking 9 classes at a time. I did barely sleep, a little more than freshman year I think, but still like And the saddest part is that I didn't get all that I wanted from the classes that I was taking, especially the college ones. It involves a lot of independent learning, and I remember always taking the easy way out. You know, I was more concerned about just like finishing all I had to do instead of just taking time to really enjoy the material and let it seep through me, if that makes sense. Very weird analogy, but here it is. And to reiterate, at the same time, I was still exercising, I was still doing music, and also I was still doing YouTube, just on another channel that I was doing with my sister. Cherry Bombs. It's dead now, but it was not back then. We started that channel last year actually, when I was in my sophomore year of high school. And when you start your channel, you have to grind a little bit extra hard, if you know what I mean. So the reason why I said in the beginning that I was not going to college is just to make it very clear that my motivation was and still is completely internal. Because I know, you know, if you plan on going to college, you want to go to the best school. I find that a lot of kids, they do things for college, they volunteer for college, they take these classes for college so it looks good on their resume or whatever. But that's not my case. I don't plan on going. Never really did. Tough. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening and helping me get my stuff out there. Because the higher the watch time, the more YouTube is going to promote your videos. At the end of the day, I am very passionate about education still. I'm a very big advocate for it. I think public education, if you're living in a good area like I am, it's one of the greatest opportunities that you're given and you can take. You can start learning about the world for free. I'm grateful every day. Now, my situation now, I'm a junior, right? School kind of just started. I'm taking 6 classes at school, 1 in college. It's an online class. Should be pretty easy though, so 7 in total. School obviously has a different schedule and it's lighter than usual. There's less time wasted, it's more time effective, which I'm very excited about. I do not like wasting time. I think we should all be efficient. Getting a good education is an invaluable opportunity, especially if it's for free. And I'm a strong believer that in your lifetime, you have to pursue education, no matter what form you pursue it in. Now, I did take a couple of Ivy League college classes for free. The moral of the story is balance. Balance is truly the most important. For me right now, in order to maintain my balance, I have to hold myself back. Because this year, I was about to sign up for 2 additional classes. So that would have been 9 again. But you know what? 7 is my lucky number now. That was the corniest thing I've ever said. I'm now balanced and I've never felt or looked better. Thanks. Utilize your opportunities. See you Fridays at 7 and Tuesdays at 11.